Hi. So in this video we are going to learn how to convert a decimal into percent. As you can see, I have noted down the procedure to convert a decimal into percent. The procedure is shift decimal point 2 places towards right, and that will be the percent. Suppose if we have a number like 0.45 and you want to convert into percent. So what is the procedure? The procedure says you shift this decimal point 2 places towards right. So this is the one place and this is the second place. So if I shift this decimal over here, and then we have nothing after the decimal, so it can be written as 45%, right? So from here 0.45 is actually 45%, right? This is if we follow this procedure. But what is the logic behind this procedure? So what is actually 0.45? 0.45 is nothing but 0.45, and if I remove this decimal, in place of decimal I place 1, and this 1 will be followed by the number of zeros, and these number of zeros will be equal to the number of digits after the decimal, right? So 0.45 can actually be written as 45 by 100, right? And what is percent? Percent is nothing but the numerator of the fraction whose denominator is 100. So here we have got denominator 100, so its numerator will be the percent value, right? So it can be written as 45%, isn't it? 45 by 100 is what? 45 by 100 is actually you take a thing, divide it into 100 parts and take 45 out of that. So that is, you have taken 45 parts out of 100 parts. And what is percent? Percent is per cent. That means for every 100. So in this case, for 100 you have taken 45 parts. So it will be written as 45%, right? So this is the logic behind the procedure of converting a decimal into percent, and this is the procedure. What is the procedure? Shift decimal point to 2 places towards its right, and that becomes the percent, right? So let's take one more example. So let me remove this, and this time let us convert 0.0625 into percent. Yes, as per this procedure, it will be equal to, what I have to do? I have to shift this decimal point towards 2 places its right. So if I shift this decimal point towards its right by 2 digits, it will become 06.25, or it can be written as 6.25%, right? So this is when we follow this procedure, and otherwise also if we go through the first principle, we will reach here only. First principle is percent is actually the numerator of a fraction whose denominator is 100. So here we had 0.0625, which we were supposed to convert into percentage. So if I convert it into fraction, it will be 1, and then we will have 4 zeros, right? In place of this decimal, I'll put a 1 in the denominator, and that will be followed by the number of zeros, which is equal to the number of digits after decimal. So here in this case, after decimal we have 4 digits, so I have written 4 zeros after this 1. So this will become 625 divided by 10,000, and 10,000 can be written as 100 multiplied by 100, right? And what do we want? We actually want 100 in the denominator to follow our first principle, according to which percent is the numerator of a fraction whose denominator is 100. So we have to solve this. If we divide 625 by 100, we will get 6.25, and then we will have this 100 in the denominator, right? So from here also we are getting 0.0625 is equal to 6.25%, right? So this was all about converting a decimal into percent, and in next video we will learn how to convert a ratio into percent. And after that, we'll be solving lots of problems based on percentage. That includes simple interest, profit loss, and compound interest. All of them we are going to solve.